crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Personal financial decisions. This is for entertainment purposes only. Welcome in, guys, to another episode of Loose and Goose. I'm Loose, and Trent is the Goose. I'm just kidding. I just made that up on the spot. That was not scripted. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, welcome into another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. We are your hosts today. Are you guys ready to see the markets rock? I'm ready to see the markets rock. I know you're ready to see the markets. All right, guys. Pipe up. Market's ready to rock. Guys, if you haven't already, please smash that golden like button so we can get the markets to rock for the weekend. Because then we get a CME gap, and it's our favorite thing to fill during the week. We haven't too. We have the subscribe bell. Ring a ding ding. And you ring a ding ding. And why do we ring the ding? Because you find us over there on YouTube. There's a bell in the corner. It is the most beautiful bell you've ever seen. And also over there in Kick and Rumble, you have a heart and a bell. And that's how you grow the channel. YouTube is a hard grind. One of the hardest grinds ever, because you spend most of the time talking to yourself at the very beginning. And now you develop a community of people who you can talk to, like-minded, intelligent individuals who we all think alike. Can I get an amen? Oh, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Today, on the most hydrated crypto channel, I got me a bottle. Wait, the bottle is right here. It is American First, baby. You guys can't quite see it because my lighting's all jacked up, but I'll get it real close so you can see it. There you go. Straight, man, with American-made glass. This is what I'm talking about, the little bullet glass. Bulletproof glass, baby. You know how many of these they can make in a day? I have no idea. Let's give it a little swash around before I pour. I don't know if you're actually supposed to do this, but get a little bit more. Boom. I don't know if you guys heard that. It feels like pure adrenaline in a bottle. This is how the blockchain most hydrated community after starts it. I'm not going to do too much because I have to wake up at 3. I don't want to be feeling it then. I'm going to call that a day. That's why I didn't drink a beer, because a beer before bed is a good way to get dead. So just keep that in the back of your mind, guys. Trent, on that note,
yeah,
Mr. Lucy is getting goosey, so now it's your turn to
yeah. Today, I am bringing an especially hydrated drink onto the Blockchain Brew Show, and that is water. No, guys, we're not. The show is not sponsored by water.
It could be.
That's an old BitBoy joke for anyone that doesn't get it. He used to drink Essentias on the show, and he'd be like, "Welcome to the BitBoy Crypto Show, sponsored by water." And he never had an Essentia sponsorship. He was just saying that. But anyways, I plan to stay up tonight.
Get myself censored. I censored myself. YouTube rejected your comment. It's my comment. How can they reject me? It's not spam.
Just to accidentally, I don't know.
Ridiculous. I guess I have to repost it.
Yeah. Try it again.
Oh my gosh.
But I plan to stay up for a bit tonight and put the finishing touches on a book that I started writing in 2021 and I put down. It's called Seeing Popular Bible Verses in Their End Time Context. And so, literally I started this years ago. I put it down. I really just need to put the finishing touches on it. But, I have to be sober-minded because I'm writing about God's word. So, but I see Daily over in the Discord posting his beers in there today, and he's making me want one, but I have to wait. So there you go.
Well, I'm pretty sure some of God's books would where people were drinking when they were writing them. I mean, look at Book of Revelations. You're like, what the hell? This guy was on mushrooms or something. Like, you're seeing all these eyes on wings, and you're like, what are you seeing? What are you trying to describe to me, man?
I don't know about all that, but I think that was just a supernatural vision. But I'm pretty sure that Martin Luther, in the 16th century, I'm pretty sure Luther wrote some of his stuff like under the influence, for sure. I'm pretty sure of it. But anyways, so water. So
it was funny. I was thinking about drinking water, but I decided last second I was going to spice up today. I was looking at silver today, buying it on Ampex just to see how much it is per ounce. $62, like $50 an ounce. Because it's like, when you look at spot price, like on TradingView, it's marked up premium, so the companies can make money. I'm like, holy cow, $62 an ounce.
Dina, you says all of my comments are under the influence. That's the best way, man. Hey, if you want to trade tokenized gold or silver, you can always just do the Tether Gold, right? The XAUT, but you can also trade tokenized commodities, stocks, and Forex over with our link on BTCC. Now, guys, BYDFi is still our exchange partner of choice. I've just been posting some BTCC stuff because
spread the love around, man. You know what they say? BBCCC, and we got B for BitFi. We got it all, man. We got to spread that love and joy around. Yeah.
Hey, like you,
my beer's
it's like buying two coins. You know what I mean? Like, if
you can have two first gloves, it's okay.
Yeah, if one horse is faster than the other, hey, you have some exposure to both. I feel like at the very beginning, like when we were building, we really couldn't push more than one exchange. We were just too small. We were just too small. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't be pushing the audience in two different directions. You know what I mean? When it comes to that. But I feel like we're starting to get to the place where we can have like some multiple pools of trading going on and stuff in the community because, sometimes people like different exchanges for different reasons. So there you go. Not much of a tequila guy myself.
Oh, I love
But,
tequila. Tequila's delicious. I'm really into gin right now.
There you go. Well, let's dive on into some little bit of news. I'm going to show something from the Discord today.
I got so much stuff on X, Trent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I would like to go over with you, gentlemen and gentle ladies.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're not in the Discord, you know what I'll say about that is I think for the time being, I think we're going to be a little bit more open with our Discord inviting. We can't go make it public again because there's just scammers and stuff, right? We got to keep them out. But if someone comes in here and they drop their username on Discord, I'll go add them and then send them an invite. How's that? Or if you DM us on X or email us at blockchainandbrew@gmail.com. So anyways, if you're not in the Discord, it's the place to be, man. You got Daily posting his beers in there. You got Muffhead up there. Well, you were seeing my 92% trade on Bless. That was almost going to be over 100, but right when I closed it out, like right when my finger hit the close button, it was kind of coming down a bit. So, is what it is. And then Muffhead, earlier, he says, something shifted deep inside the global financial system, and almost no one is explaining what it means for you. Japan's 30-year LSEG government bond just hit a historic high yield of 3.427%. Worse, Japan's 10-year government interest rate just spiked to 1.84%, the highest level since 2008, jumping more than 11% in a single day. That doesn't sound dramatic on the surface, but it is. For 30 years, Japan was the quiet engine that kept the world's debt machine running. Their interest rates were near zero. That meant banks, hedge funds, and governments could borrow cheap money from Japan and pour it into U.S. bonds, stocks, real estate, and everything else. It now feels permanently expensive. That cheap money kept mortgage rates lower, stock markets higher, government borrowing easier, credit cheap and plentiful. That era is now ending. All this runs counter to the narrative of money printer going burr. Translation, interest rates are finally going to start climbing, and by climbing, I mean a lot. I can remember when they were 17%. No one is financing new cars at 17%. And home prices will be coming down hard if the central banks can't find yet another can to kick. Something really big will have to happen. So, there you go. Muffhead's always the bearer of news over there. But, I will say, like,
Trone. Yeah.
Sometimes you've got, various things like working in tandem with each other. Like, it can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things on X. Yes, I posted so much on X, Trent. I was trying to blow you up. I was like, Trent, look, I'm posting. I did it.
This guys,
we grew 5 followers this week on X. Thanks to you guys out there showing us all that love and support out there. So thank you very much. We're trying to get the X account getting moving, man. Get them gears growing.
So tomorrow, crucial PCE data drops. This is our final look at U.S. inflation before the next FOMC meeting on December 10th. If data comes in cool, a rate cut is almost guaranteed. So tomorrow is an important, it's important to see that PCE coming out right in the morning if you're trading. And then, man, there was, what did I don't know where it is. I put it on the thumbnail. Let me see. Let's see.
Let's see. You see, Trent.
Anyways, I can't find the tweet, but the U.S. Treasury bought back $2 billion of its own debt, right? And so the thing is, there are conflicting things going on out there in the macroverse, right? You know, you have the things Muffhead was posting about Japan. That is
Yeah, I saw you
critical.
post that.
Um, what Japan is doing is critical to the macroverse out there, but the Fed is buying back, the Treasury is buying back $2 billion of its own debt. And the thing is, that's doing a few things. It's going to begin slashing making a dent in the national debt. Number two, it means that the Fed is now going back a little bit risk on. It means that the Fed is now beginning to add to their balance sheet. They haven't come out and really told you that they're full on adding to their balance sheet yet. However, they're buying back $2 billion of their own debt. And that means that instead of constricting their balance sheet, they are at the beginning stages of being willing to expand that. And that is a positive indicator for 2026 in terms of the Fed's sentiment about risk on assets. So not that national debt, not that bonds and stuff are risk on, but they got to start somewhere if they're adding to the balance sheet. So yeah.
Trent, can I go over some news?
Go for it.
I got some news, guys. Just so you know, too, I do have to get up somewhere early, so I may or may not be here the entire time. Trent, have you ever had Patron Silver?
I have not.
All right. Trent doesn't drink hard alcohol, guys. It's okay. He didn't hear him say, he didn't hear us say that. It's all good. We're just messing with him. I need to turn off the background music because I want to play some segments. Where the heck did Trent go? You ready, Trent?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me if you can hear this.
Okay.
But I can tell you there are a number of sovereign
I can hear it.
that are standing by. They're adding incrementally at 120, at 100. I know they bought more in the 80s.
Right.
That's fine, and they're establishing a longer position, and you own it over years. This is not a trade. You own it for a purpose. But I can tell you there are a number of.
So he's talking about Bitcoin, man. I thought this was a different segment when he actually talks about Bitcoin and how he was wrong. He was wrong to judge it. He was wrong. He's like, he has his strong opinions, but he's like, that's not where the world's going. That's why we have to accumulate. Which is, I was cracking up really looking at Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong over there, man. He just looks like a stud. What did he go? Look at him, dude. Look at that guy, man. Look at them white tennis shoes he's rocking, the black and blue outfit, or black. I think that's blue. Pretty sure that's blue.
Well, you know, accumulating Bitcoin is the trade of all trades. The reason why is you're basically shorting, you're basically shorting the institutional government. You're shorting fiat, and you're you know, when you buy Bitcoin, you're shorting fiat. So it's really the trade of all trades in that sense.
Trent, what do you think about this segment?
Number two, I think crypto prices have bottomed. And I think that in the next 8 weeks, we're going to shatter the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. I don't think it's going to be a 4-year cycle this time.
I think I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Hey, Tom Lee, like Bitmine bought a bunch more Ethereum this week. Like,
I don't get how he gets hundreds and millions of dollars to buy every week, but he does. That guy got money, man. And that guy thinks that. Let's go, man. All right, here we go.
Bitmine bought a bunch more Ethereum this week, and they don't.
I would love to go over those ETFs too in the coin glass. Now I understand how to read it. I want you guys to see it.
Yeah, and it was a hefty buy they made this week, and they don't just increase their buying if they don't think that we're near a bottom, you know.
Yeah. You know, Tom Lee, who do you think has better hair, Tom Lee or Donald Trump?
In 2026, so a year from now, first of all, I don't think there's a 4-year cycle. So
Definitely
I think
Tom Lee.
Bitcoin makes new highs in early 2026. And we'll find out, right? We'll find out a few years. But if that's the case, then I think Bitcoin is going to basically pattern match what happens to the S&P. And I think the S&P next year could be doing really well. I think the first part of the next year, S&P might have some headwinds, but I think it's really going to take off in the second half. So I think Bitcoin is 300,000-ish at the end of next year. But if that's the case,
Jeez.
I think Ethereum is lights out. I think it's by the end of next year, it could be over 20,000.
Okay, because Tom, we have to invite you back next year now to see if the.
Or it might not show up.
Fantastic, Tom.
What do you think of that, Trent? 300K BTC by the end of next year. And he said this latter half of the year, too, is where he's aiming for like that real parabolic. And he thinks the 4-year cycles are broken, and he's thinking 20K ETH. That's pretty crazy.
I have flirted with the idea that, Q4 2026.
He might push ETH by himself. That's where he's right.
Yeah. I have 20K per ETH is crazy. Yeah. 300,000 for Bitcoin is crazy. Like even next year, I do something that I'm cautious about when I hear, those industry people say that sort of stuff is that, yeah, they want retail on the 300,000 Bitcoin hype train because, they're going to be selling it too, or they're going to be DCAing out at too, so I don't know. Like sometimes when you hear those, outlandish numbers, like soon.
Would it be crazy if Michael Saylor sells all his Bitcoin next year and puts it into ETH?
That never happened.
But can you imagine the price of ETH?
It never happened.
And I just really, the White House did their Christmas tree lighting, and I wanted to play this because, I think it's something special. And Trent, I definitely think Trump has better hair than Tom Lee.
During this holy season, Christians everywhere rejoice at the miracle in Bethlehem more than 2,000 years ago when the Son of God, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, came down from heaven to be with us. You're right. Full of grace and truth, he brought the gift of God's love into the world and the promise of salvation for every person and every nation. And we just settled another war today. You saw that with Rwanda and the Congo. It's been going on for 34 years. Millions of people killed. Could be 20 million. They don't know what the number is, and we just settled it today. That was a big one. We're very happy to announce it on this important day. Tonight, this beautiful evergreen tree glows bright on the dark and cold winter night and reminds us of the words of Gospel of John, in him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. Beautiful words. With the birth of Jesus, human history turned from night to day. His word and his example call us to love one another, to serve one another, and to honor the sacred truth that every child is specially made in the image of God.
Woo!
Wow.
I mean, come on.
Hey.
A president. When was the last time you seen a president talk like that?
No, I haven't.
That is fire. That is
haven't.
straight fire, bro.
That was heavy. There are a lot of people out there that will be like, oh, he's just reading that, but his
Hey, any
his
other
beliefs,
president ever get it?
right? His beliefs and his conduct don't match up. Blah, blah, blah. Well, look, Jesus said, when his disciples said, "Hey, there's other people trying to cast out demons in your name," Jesus said, "If they're not against me, they're for me."
Mm-hmm.
Paul talking about, he said, some might preach the gospel from, empty vanity and conceit and for gain, but I rejoice that they preach the gospel. And I'm not saying it's not important to get theology right and to live in a way that reflects what we sing and say about Jesus. Like that is critically important. And false prophets and false teachers are a real thing, but there is something that, we don't need someone to be exactly like, the rest of the evangelical church before we can rejoice that they're saying Jesus' name from that presidential podium. That is That's pretty great.
Just wow. Man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see a lot of other channels either. Crypto YouTube channels pulling that stuff out. That I'm not trying to be flashy or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we do stand out. We are different guys. So let's check out, man, these ETFs. I know we're gonna cover the Solana one. I bet you guys want to know about the XRP one. I'm gonna do a little bit of Ethereum. No, I wish they had the Hedera one in here. I don't see it yet, but hey, we'll dive on into them when they come up. So here we come up into a grayscale. I like using the dollar amount. It makes it easier for my eyes to adjust. So we have grayscale selling $10 million worth of Bitcoin. Fidelity selling 54 million. BitB, which one's BitB? IBIT's the BlackRock, I think.
Yeah.
BitB sold 3 million. HODL, which I don't know what that one is either, sold 14 million. With a total outflow today of 81 million. I hope you guys were shorting today because I was in the short. So here we go, man. And the day before that, we had Grayscale selling 19 million. IBIT, BlackRock bought 42 million. And we have Arkham selling 37 million. And what's this? ETC. I don't know. Total volume lost today, $14 million down. Now, with the day before that, we're coming in onto Tuesday. No, wait. Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Monday. No, wait. Is the first Monday? No, the first not Monday. This is Monday. Why can't they have a letter initial to tell me which day I'm looking at? BlackRock, 120 million. Fidelity increased 120 million. Arkham sold $90 million, okay? We have BitBeast buying 7 million with a total inflow of 58 million. That's not bad, man. That's not bad. I mean, we're still need to get number go up, man. We had a pretty high outflow. Here was $1 billion outflow day last week. There's 150 million outflow. That one did cover. This one hurt a lot, and we've been trying to catch up, man, since then. We've been trying to catch up since that day, at least on Bitcoin. Now let's jump on over to. Let's do XRP. Let's do XRP. Everybody loves XRP, right? Let's go into XRP. Wow, look at Canary Capital. They bought another $2.6 million. Bought $5.7 million of XRP today. Let's freaking go. Franklin Templeton had their second largest purchase today of XRP. They bought $28 million worth of XRP, guys. The money is moving. The big people are accumulating. They might try dumping on a hit late down the road, but they are accumulating. Don't get me wrong. Bitwise bought $3.1 million. We have
Bitwise.
Yes, shout out to Bitwise. Hi guys, how'd you like that interview, man, with Mr. W? I mean, come on, he's coming back on the show. I can't wait to get him back on, guys. He was a pleasure to talk to and work with. Yeah, he's a really good man. We have Grayscale increasing $52 million worth of XRP, which I don't really like Grayscale. They're not my favorite one to buy, but hey, you know, they're buying right now. I guess we take the wins as they come, right?
Yeah.
The previous day, you know, Canary bought $9 million worth of XRP. Franklin Templeton bought $10 million before that. Bitwise bought another $3 million. Grayscale didn't buy anything. Total day of $22 million of inflow. I mean, guys, come on. This is coming. This is accumulating. This is volume, man. This is accumulation money coming out of the market. I bet you this is OTC, though. I mean, they have a supply on hand that they're unloading to these companies. And this is good. We want this money to get into circulation. Who we got next? Canary bought $7 million the day before that. $7 million from Franklin Templeton. $21 million from Bitwise. And we have a total inflow of $35 million this day. Guys, look at this. There's not a single red day so far of people buying XRP. Not a single red day. We're up a total of $756 million in the last 15 days of the XRP ETF coming up with only four people right now that have ETFs fund. That's pretty big, guys. That's almost $1 billion. I mean, come on. Get accumulating. And we're going to swing. Where's Solana at? Where's Solana? Where's that lady at? She's hiding. There she is. Come on over. We're going to check out dollars. We got Bitwise buying 700K worth of sold today. A good price. Grayscale buying 1.5 mil. Fidelity buying 2 million. You know what's really interesting about this, guys? There's a lot more money being moved into XRP than the Solana ETFs. I mean, just eyeballing, just looking at this general right here. Maybe it was just to this day, because this day, you know, well, she's coming down here. There's a couple of these bigger days, but you know, there were a couple bigger days on XRP too. 5 million from Bitwise into Solana, 1.6 million to Grayscale, Fidelity Capital. Whoa, look at total 21 shares. Who owns 21 shares? Is that Jack Mahler or somebody? Isn't that a crypto company, Trent?
Something like that, yeah.
21 shares dumping on everybody. Oh my goodness, dumped $41 million worth of Solana. Bitwise buying $30 million of Sol. Whoa, guys. Grayscale, 6.3 million. Van Eck buying 2.7. You know, Van Eck isn't in the, or Fidelity, it wasn't, or 21 shares wasn't in the XRP one. There's more people to come. You know, that's actually really interesting. Those XRP is different people who have ETFs than Solana. I would figure they've been one and the same. Interesting.
They're all coming to everyone, but you know, it's just a matter of time.
Well, over the course of Solana, okay, we've had the only companies that have sold is 21 shares. So the only one that has sold Solana. That's it, man. All Fidelity, Van Eck, Grayscale, and Bitwise have all accumulated. Okay, so let that know. We're still positive $240 million worth of Solana since the 11th of November 11th, 19th. Correct me. That's interesting. Only 239 million. I thought, wasn't there $1 billion almost inflow on XRP? Am I going crazy, Trent? Or am I just misremembering?
Well, I was seeing today, like
350.
XRP has not had a negative week of inflows.
Yeah.
So
750, almost $1 billion, 756 million. So they were crushing the Solana one. Wow, that's actually really fascinating. Is that fascinating? I mean, they do have different people, but still, that is fascinating. We didn't have any. Did we look at Ethereum? I don't know if we did. Man, Ethereum's been getting dumped on, dude. But Grayscale is 2. Which one? Why? What's ETH?
It's just the Grayscale Ethereum ETF.
Oh, well, what's the ETH Grayscale?
Oh,
I bet you one's futures, one's spot, maybe, right?
No, they're both spot because you can see up top total Ethereum spot.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, regardless, Grayscale dumped on everyone's heads that day. Fidelity dumped too. That was today. Boom, boom, boom. I think actually Ethereum might be holding pretty well too. Yesterday was a pretty good accumulation day. We brought in 140 million between all the people. You know what's really interesting is Franklin Templeton is more focused on buying XRP than they are ETH. And 21 shares the day that they dumped Solana, they didn't dump anything else. I mean, you think of that, if the whole market moves in tandem, right? Why would they not dump all, you know, in pattern individually? Interesting to me. But we have a total of $12.9 billion since 11/19, I think, if I read that right. I think so. That's how you read it. It's very good, man, guys. This data is really treasures. Let's check out the liquidity map so we can kind of figure out where the markets are going. Trent, what time is it?
8:07.
Woo! That whiskey, man, makes me grow hair on my chest, and I don't have a whole lot. It's blinding, guys. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I got a couple right here. You guys can't quite see them. I'm just not a hairy person, man. Some people are gifted. That's why my beard's so not like Trent's. We're gonna come down, check out the BTC, guys. Whoa, man! On 24 hours, we check out all that liquidity. There's a lot of liquidity above us just on the 24 hours. Think we're going lower, man. I'm so tired. Yeah, Daniel, guys, we could very much go lower. Now we might be getting out of it. We have to wait a little longer. I know it's such a pain, but we're here with you. Wow, look at this. A lot of liquidity, man, at that 90K level. Question is, are we going to come up and grab this 93K and we might come back down? I don't know. We could come down, grab this, and go back up. We're obviously targeting this liquidity level. Let's take a larger outlook on life, reality. Wow, look at that, guys. Big old liquidity line. Yeah, we're probably coming down and taking these suckers out. $101 million of leverage at 90K. And that's such a sweet level to come down and still remain bullish if you wanted to remain bullish. Take them out. We also have 104 million at 94,000. We're right smack dab in the middle. Gosh dang, trucking, baby, stinking poop head, putting us right in the middle. Let's check on the 24 hours. 24 hours, man, on the Model 2. It is so hot right above us. I would expect to liquidate that off the Model 2. That's just me just eyeballing it, you know. It depends which model you like, but there's a lot of liquidity right there, man. There's a lot of liquidity. We're going to jump on over to TradingView, and we're going to go over a diagnostic of what Bitcoin is going to do and what you guys need to expect. If I was you in your shoes, you know, not financial advice, I would tell you exactly what I predict is going to happen. So we're going to come over here. We're on Bitcoin 15 minutes. You know, 15 minutes okay. I said right here earlier today that it was probably going down because I was like lower high. There's your high. I was like, let's see, we come down lower. That's fine. We come lower. We're going to break back up like we expected. Made a lower high. We were like, nope. It's going down. It's going down to the 200. We went down the 200. We even went past 200, but we knew we were going to come back up. We retested the 21 and the 50. Rejected, sir. We came back down to the 200. We made a lower low, and then we're like, let's give everybody a little bit more hope. We come back up, rejected off the 21. We couldn't even make it back up to the 200 or the 50. 50 making a death cross coming through the 200. Rejected off the 21. Yellow X manipulation to the downside. Boom, look at that drop. Scared everybody out. Everybody nearly went to the bathroom. They come back up, and they're all of a sudden the bags are back up right above the 21. We're like, oh, we're saved. We're saved. Guys, if you haven't checked it out, how can we be saved if we're following this trend down, lower high, okay? We knew that this was not a good spot. Now we get in this funny little position where now we're in between the 50 and the 21. I hate these little gaps. We bounce. You know how many people got eaten up on there, traded 100x leverage? Lots. Okay, that's an emotional roller coaster. You avoid those. Just
pull that trend line further. Keep pulling it down.
You want to pull this down?
Yeah, there's an argument to be made that this is a bullish retest of a breakout right here.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But I'm not fully convinced yet. You could argue that because the VWAP is coming up, the money flow did take, and the Stokes are low, strength's kind of the momentum wave still clearly coming down, but we did get a little bit of like that. A little like a half a teddy twister, and you're like, yee! And you're like, oh, it wasn't too bad, you know. We go to the 1 hour. Now let's see what the 1 hour is at, because the 15 minute does look like there's a little bit of a retest, but the 1 hour to me doesn't look like it's got the balls to keep going up to me on this 1 hour. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Do you see what I'm seeing? The inverted shoulder, head, and shoulder to the downside. Actually, I don't know if I kind of to be honest with you. I wasn't really looking at that to tell you the truth. But what I'm looking at is the money flow. Look at this. Ready? Start right here. We're like the smooth flow up. We're like, awesome. Peak right here. Lines up with the peak of the top. Where'd this yellow line go? It disappeared. Dang it. Then we start coming down. The money flow, the interaction on Bitcoin is leaving. Okay, now not only that, but it's interesting because we actually had a green dot right here saying that we should get a little bit of a pump, but the money flow is still leaving. So I would argue that was not a regeneration, but we do have, I'm going to do a little bit more racing, and then I want to take my little paint pen. I'm going to circle right here. And what do we have right here, guys? Should I zoom it in so you guys can see it better? Okay, just because you asked, I will show you. Don't worry, I'm coming.
Daily, if a few $100 is dry powder, because it's only a few $100, I would personally throw it at Bless. Reason why is because when it pumps, from where it's at right now back to like 8 cents, which is a pretty good level. Like all-time high is 20 cents. that week that it went crazy. But, you know, a few weeks ago, it ran up and tested 8 cents pretty hard out of nowhere. And, you know, even just that level is like a 6-7x from here, you know? So, and I don't think that I don't think it's the kind of project that will just disappear, because it does look like they're building something, you know, the world's first shared computer. I know there's other decentralized storage projects out there, but, you know, this one actually allows people to lend their GPU power just from their phones and stuff, just from browsers and stuff like that, you know. I don't know.
You know what's interesting, Trent, on sharing
Plus
computers?
part of the Binance like slosh fund, you know, that people like throw around. So I don't know.
What was interesting today is I watched the interview with Joe Rogan and Jensen from the NVIDIA CEO, and it was so fascinating. He's like, "Oh, well, NVIDIA's been around for like 30 years." He's like, "We first started." He's like, "We looked at the tech. Let's build it this way." And then they realized after they went to the Genesis, Sega. I think it was Sega, and he was all like, "Hey, we're gonna borrow your money. We're gonna build your supercomputer." And after like 2 years or whatever it is, he goes up to the CEO of Sega. He's like, "Hey, bad news. We wasted about 90% of your money, and we're not gonna build your computer." And he's like, "But if you don't give me the rest of this money, we will go bankrupt overnight, and it'll be bad for everybody. But if you do give me this money, which I don't think you should, I will work hard and try to develop a new software and give you like whatever, you know, your computer." And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go think about this because this seems really bad." And back in, 30 years ago, $5 million was worth a lot of money. And then he comes back, he's like, "Okay, we'll give it to you." And he's like, that's just one of the scenarios. Like, I think like NVIDIA had was down to like the straws of like 4 times of going like bankrupt. And he's like, so they go to like Silicon Valley and goes, "Okay, well, now we see everybody doing it, building like the 3D AI model." He goes, "This is how you do it right. We did it wrong." And he's like, "Well, nobody knows how to do it right." Well, they did a bunch of layoffs, obviously, to try to keep the money cash going. But he said he took $200 in his pocket, went down to a local, I don't know if it was a library or whatever it is, and he bought 3 books, $60 each for the $200, and he handed it to the head engineers on how to build AI modeling or 3D modeling. And that's how they that was like the first winning step that they had. It was pretty interesting. It was very fascinating. It was a great interview, you guys. I do highly recommend it. Who is T-Square? T-Square is me. That's me. That's me. I mean, this poll is really interesting, by the way. Anyways.
You know who I hate you know who T-Square is. I hate TCP.
Yeah, you just don't see my name. I have to wear a little name badge.
I don't know what happened to that. I was trying to figure out.
What happened to our name badges?
Yeah.
So anyways, what was I going at? So what is BTC doing in the 1 hour? Well, if I'm looking at this objectively, the green money flow has been leaving Bitcoin. I drew the CLS circle because the VWAP just broke down. We got a second red dot to do some relief. Now this momentum wave might not play out hugely aggressive to the downside. We might get like a little paint pen, please. Paint pen, don't disappear on me. We might get like a second little boob, and then when the pattern starts increasing again, okay? So we don't know how deep this yellow dot's going to take us, but we do know it plans on cutting us. If you pick up a knife and you've never picked up a knife, you know that you're handling something dangerous and you could get an ouch. So, I would say there's a possibility of coming down to the 200 MA. You want my opinion? That's a good, strong support level right here. I wouldn't be too afraid of that level. I mean, look at that recovery we had the day before. That is a massive recovery we had. That's very strong. We also have a nice a lot of liquidity right here. We just went over that $100 million, man. That's a lot of money those market makers want to take out. T-Square looks 6'2". He's either 6'2" or 5'5" in height or length. Does this help, guys? Does this help when I stretch like this? Does that make you think? I mean, I'm lifting myself up pretty tall. I got long arms. So, man, that's too funny. You guys are cracking me up. So yeah, I'm a little bearish on the 1 hour. Now the 4 hour actually doesn't look too bad to me. Now it could be bad, but this doesn't look that bad to me. And my reasoning behind it was, well, one, we have a higher high. too, we could come down and retest the 21 or the 50, but at the current moment, we have a doji candle, the trend reversal of the downtrend. Now, I'm not fully sold on this doji candle. I mean, DBSI is predicting a green thing. You know, we could do this. This is possible. We go like this, boop, and then we go down. You know, that like that. We could do something like that, and we could also end up meeting the 21 right here at this level. Actually, you know, it's really interesting, Trent. We did meet the 21 on this wick. Boop, we dropped right back down to that. Now, we are getting some pretty powerful curvature in the blue momentum wave right here. If you guys could see it, it's almost plateauing. Now, the money flow, keep an eye on the money flow. It has been peaked, a little lower peak. Is this a little lower peak? This might be a little bit of relief rally. If we're peaking, we're coming down. Just pay attention. Okay, there are nothing's in cold stone clear. The VWAP is below the zero line, but we did get some curvature to the upside. So we're going to keep an eye on this. This actually looks more interesting to me than anything else. Though, I mean, those swings right here, holy cow. If you could have caught these, look at this. Dump, up, dump, up. I mean, you're jumping from like 93,000 down to 84,000, back up to 91,000, back down to 82,000. When we start at 91,000, I mean, those are $10,000 swings. I mean, talk about, you know, crapping bricks, bro. I mean, that would make me a little worried. I don't know about you guys, but I would be a little worried. Interesting. And we are making higher highs. Is this playing out to a larger downtrend? We shall see. The money flow in the 12-hour actually is increasing. It is. Wow, what an interesting pattern. Do we get any? What's the daily look like? The daily still shows momentum. It's getting a little tight, a little tough. Now we could come back down and retest it. Well, but we are above the 21 facts. Okay, we could come back down.
I hate ECP. It's because BitBoy is selling.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you.
Well, the daily trend, I think coming down to test the 21 is a very small move, and it gets rid of that liquidity right below us. When did we get the 2-day today? We did get the 2-day today. 2-day is actually looking good too. Momentum still increasing to the upside. Money flow is increasing. So, you know, we might just see some short-term volatility here. We could come up. I've been saying 90. I've been saying 96,000. So, you know, I might adjust slightly and say we could see 97,000. That's my danger zone right there. I want to see us get a break above it. The 3-day staying looking good. We're looking good, but if we pump during this weekend, I swear if we make a CME gap below us, I'm not going to be a happy camper. 5-day looks good. We got the trend reversal, doji candle looks good. And we kind of have to wait for really what the weekly and the 2-week do. You know, I've been worried about the money flow. You guys heard me talk about that, so I don't need to talk about that. But you know, BTC doesn't look half bad to me. Okay, you know, maybe we come down to 90,000 and liquidate. Maybe hit 89 on that liquidation of the shorts. Just a little quick spike down. Set a buy order at $89,742. Okay, that's your number. You know, clip that because it's going to hit that number. Actually, don't clip that. I really don't know, but I'm just giving you an example of what you know. It's a good idea. You know, set those little lower lows. If you can hit them, great. If you don't, oh well, you didn't lose any money. But if you hit them and they go up, you're like, got the bottom. So hope for the best for BitBoy. Yeah, BitBoy, man. We hope for him to do well in the future. You know, give him like a year, man. He went through a whole lot, man. He went through the divorce, losing his business, trying to go to whatever center he had to retrain his mind to be a mind again. He's going through a lot, man. Give him like a year to try to find his feet, man. I mean, think about most people who go through a divorce, their whole lives could go in a down spiral for like 7 years. So the fact where he is right now, he's pulled himself out this much, you know, good for him.
Yeah.
You know, good for him.
I
would assume his wife. You know, I'm speaking out of context because I don't actually know, but I would assume his wife.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't already and you're new here and you like what you see, please subscribe to the channel. YouTube is a hard grind, and I see that we got 17 loving people in here. If you want to be loved, just, I don't know. I would say everybody loves you. We love you. If you want to be loved, we'll love you. You just got to subscribe to us. I lost somebody. I lost 2 people. I'm sorry. Words came out of my mouth without talking, thinking.
CCP, the nail in the coffin was
banana zone.
The nail in the coffin CCP was when Cassie was in the truck, you know. when he showed up outside of Carlos's house, and he hands up. He's still live on YouTube as he's getting arrested, and he looks down, to talk to his audience that is on the live stream, and the cop is like, do you have anything in the truck? And do you have any firearms in the truck? And he's like, yes, I do have I do have a gun. Everyone has a gun in Georgia, but he's disclosing it, right? Like, he's like, I do have a gun. It's kept where it's supposed to be, whatever, the cop's like, who else is in the truck? And Ben goes, the cop goes, who's in the truck? And Ben goes, who's in the truck? The cop's like,
Wait, what?
No, who's in the truck? And then he does it again. Ben goes, who's in the truck? And then the cop's like, really, stop playing around with me. And then Ben looks down at the phone, live stream going. He's like, oh, okay, guys, look, Cassie's in the truck, okay? My wife knows.
He goes, Cassie's in the truck. All right, I'm gonna go over Dash. Once I hit my favorite segment, we're going over Dash. So don't you worry, Daniel. That you won't have to wait 40 minutes. You just have to wait 3. Here this tab said, guys, if you're interested in trading with BidFi, our exchange partner of choice, we don't have the deposit bonus, but we do have a trading volume going on. If you do $1 million worth of trading volume, you get $129. Well, is this? No, this isn't. Yeah, you get $129 deposited into your futures account. If you get a Razer chair, gaming chair for $330 worth for $5 million of volume, guys, this is not as hard as you think it is. Believe it or not, I've done this in a day, guys. You do $20 million. Now that one gets a little bit more tricky. You can get an $800 bonus. If you do $50 million worth of volume, you can get $2,500 bonus. You do $100 million, you get the ultimate desktop rig to trade with, guys. So if you want to use BidFi, please sign up for that link. These bonuses are on the table. Thank you so much. Also, I got to scroll down a little bit, guys, because apparently we can only tag one exchange, and someplace in here we have our second exchange partner of choice, the BTZZ. This one does offer a deposit bonus, 10% bonus for your first time deposit. Are these KYC?
No
KYC.
No VPN, no KYC.
Are you sure?
Positive.
How sure are you?
Positive.
So do you recommend this for people to do this to get this bonus?
Yes. Yeah,
absolutely, guys.
Lifer uses BTCC. He uses it. He uses 3 different exchanges for 3 different purposes, like one for scalping, one for swing, and then he uses BTCC because they offer tokenized Forex and stocks, and so they do have some cool things about them. I like BidFi's interface more, but not everyone will.
I do too.
Yeah, and but the thing is, right now you get that 10% bonus. So any deposit over $500, you're gonna get a 10% reward for it. So you deposit $500, you're gonna get $50. You deposit, you deposit $1,000, you'll get $100. So on and so forth, and you can get up to $10,000 in bonuses. If you deposit $100,000, but
I can't comment on language, man. I swear like a sailor. I do. It comes out of me and I don't even think about it. You can ask Trent. Sometimes I'm talking. I'm like, oh yeah. Did I say that for you? He goes, yeah, you did. I'm like, oh, my bad. Happens to be a garbage truck driver. I make money more off Dash than I would AVAX. Watch and see if it takes 5 years for Dash to hit 300. Hold my coins, no problem. Stupid.
Well, I think part of why Daly is saying language too is because he's addressing it at someone. He's addressing it at EV, Yeah. And I kind of don't like that either. But we all know how Daniel Kaufman is. We all know how Daniel Kaufman is around here, and we don't. We can let him get away with a with a good bit before we before we have to censor him. But that's just how it goes, you know. You all have that family member that comes over on the holidays that sometimes gets censored a little bit. It's how it goes.
Just how it goes, man. This kind of does look like a little bit of a double top. Now, it does look like that, but the momentum wave hasn't fully clipped to a trigger wave yet. We just kind of have to keep an eye on it. It is in a little bit of a danger zone on the 1 hour. The 4 hour. Oh gosh.
Dang, DZ.
You know, I think Dash is gonna go up. Okay, how you like that? I think I'm bullish on it right now. We got DBSI with 14.15. The money flow still not my favorite, but did curve up a little bit. Momentum still trying to curve up. Strength's looking good. Stokes RSI are good. We come over to the 12 hour. 12 hours still. We have a double booby bottom, or uneven butt cheeks is what Casper calls it. We got momentum looking good. It does look like it's pumping up, man. I'm thinking at least $54 in the next day and a half, meet up to 21. We probably could even get up to really 56. At least that little bit of support and resistance right there. You know, we got 59. Yeah, why not? Why not? We can see a good little pump here on Dash. You know, the daily looking good. We do have the uneven butt cheeks pattern, Trent, which is what do you call uneven butt cheeks, Trent?
Bull divvy, but
bull divvy. Oh, I should take it back. We don't really have bull divvy.
Yeah, it's invalidated by that lower wave.
Yeah, it is just slightly, but you know, you do got a little bit of curvature, man. I mean, I don't see why we can't have some sort of relief value up to $60. Why not? Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Let's go, Dash. Let's get a good pump going. You deserve it. You know, we all need wins. Bounce off the 21 on the 5 day at this support level. Yeah,
well, we gotta hit.
Flight fan, how you doing, bro? How's Alchemy Pay? Whoa, I haven't heard of that one in a hot minute, man.
We gotta hit Zora and Monad for DZ, which I can cover if you got to run. But
yeah, you could go.
So Zora,
no, not yet. I want to do Alchemy Pay, and then I'll go. Because I really want to actually. I'm generally curious about Alchemy Pay. ACH USDT. Trent, how do you think Alchemy Pay looks? Can somebody go to the Twitter and see if they're still posting? I'm generally curious. Trent, are they still posting Alchemy Pay?
I don't know. Let me go up. Because you can't say that sometimes we don't have one of the most entertaining shows. Let's see. Alchemy.
I hate CCP says, hey, did you try peeling your thing? I hate CCP. Oh.
Yeah, they're posting.
They're still posting?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
I don't know. 13 hours ago, some stuff about like final curtain on an unforgettable Binance blockchain week. Who cares?
Oh my goodness, dude. It is at a low. Holy cow. I'm like shrinked up right now on the daily. What's the 2 day look like? I mean, it does look so low. Chop, dude. There's a lot of chop. It does want to have a reversal of some sort to some level. It looks like it wants to come back up to 1.0179 zone on the 3 day. The 5 day is trying to pump. It does look like there's some sort of manipulation kind of still going down because the momentum is coming up, but the money flow is coming down. Also, we're getting some pressure on the 5 day. This is probably close to a bottom. You want my opinion? I think this is getting pretty damn close to the bottom, especially the October 10th liquidation only went to 6.5. I think you're getting closer to the bottom. The weekly is bullish. The 2 week spout a flip. I think selling now would be a mistake. If you've held this long, I wouldn't sell. Let's not say that comment, Daniel. That's a little far.
But this guy.
Oh man, yeah, this looked like a good support level to buy Alchemy Pay. If you've held it this long, it does look pretty good. Now the 15-minute on a more macro scale time frame, it doesn't look like it's done dumping. It looks like we could probably dump down to 888.
No, it is crypto CCP. It's in the privacy league.
Is it though? I have no idea if it is.
It
Or
is.
is it?
It is. I no, I don't know if it's as. I don't know if it's like strictly a privacy coin the way that Monero and Zcash are, but it's always listed in the privacy category for some reason. It might be a layer 1 built for privacy or something like that, but if it is, it's not good at it because no one cares about it. But Midnight is going to take the cake on that one, and there will be no there will be no other contender to come close to Midnight when it comes to privacy and enterprise. Proof of stake, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, Trent.
Yeah,
I think Alchemy could come down to 888 as a bottom, and then maybe start its reversal to a larger uptrend on a longer time frame. But are we doing the giveaway? We started that.
Well, I mean,
Talk about it?
we haven't talked about it, but if we are, it'll be on the post that's up there. Unless we just want to take one more day to find, like, maybe we have a more creative way to do a giveaway besides sharing that post, because
No, I don't. But if you have an idea, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come up with the official announcement tomorrow.
I'm gonna
Friday
pause.
special.
I'm gonna put Daniel Kaufman in a short timeout for that one.
Yeah, that's fine. We went over Dash. I gave him a warning. I did give him a warning. I said, "Hey, you were nuts," and I removed one of his comments. So you know what? He can be very entertaining at the same time. We are a religious channel, and I like to try to keep it like that way. I can shoot the shit, but at some point, you go to a party, and that one guy, you sit there, and he's just shooting your shit, and you're like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? You had one too many, man. That's all, You're like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. You're like, you're irritating me, and then tomorrow you're good, you're homies,
Yeah. Like, look, I like Daniel Kaufman. So if you're still watching, Daniel, I like you, okay? I do. But, we have, like, some really high value members of our community. I guess he doesn't really come at Daily that much. But, yeah, honestly, he's cool, but no need to cuss at people. He's gonna toss a rock. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think he comes after Daily too much, but we have other, like, high value members of our community here, like DZ and I hate CCP and everyone else. That's
Daniel
here.
Kaufman, don't take this the wrong way, but sometimes we can't cast all the pearls before swine.
Yeah.
That's a scripture of the Bible. If you don't know that, Daniel.
Yeah. But, like, if he's gonna be,
I'm not calling you swine.
like, if he's gonna be coming at our bros, like, sometimes he's got to have a timeout. Yeah, we got you, Daniel Ghazi. I'll look at Gala. I'll look at
That's
Zora.
okay, Trent. I'll cover Gallo real quick for Daniel.
Okay.
And then what are the two that you have?
Zora and Monad.
Okay, and then I'm gonna have to go, guys, because I do get up early tomorrow. I'll probably lay there looking for pinholes in my eyelids as I try to lay there because I'm not used to getting up so early and going to bed so early. What the hell is Gallant?
Hey, do you
that's
guys
right, I
think Daniel
deleted it.
Kaufman looks like the frog typing on the computer right now? Trying to get his comment through the internet.
Yeah. Woof, man. Gallant rejected hard plateau on that 200, Trent. Look at that rejection. Oof, on the 1 hour, bro. And the money flow is red. It's green going down. Very, very clearly going down. We pointed that out earlier with Bitcoin, so it's not out of the ordinary, but that's a hard rejection. We came down to the 21. It's same pressure. We're still going down. We may get a few more red candles. We could be looking at the price range of 735, zone. If we fall below that, expect, to come down and retest right down here, man. That's what I'm looking at. 12-hour. Money flow is increasing. This wave is still playing out, but if you look really closely, zoom this in, there is some pretty strong curvature right here, which is a little not great in that red wave right there. You can see it just hiding where it almost wants to make a red dot and come down, apply some pressure on the momentum wave. Stokes and strength, I'll try and show that as a sign as well. VWAP is coming down. This is the 12 hours, so this could go into the weekend. The daily still wants to be good, but the red wave is really thick. So you're kind of aiming right for that tip of the bottom. So to me, I guess granted, this could have been the tip, but to me, I would probably, I don't know, man. The 2-day doesn't look terrible. It does. That's a thick fear wave. It is a thick fear wave. Like I said, you're definitely falling so hard. If you're aiming for this, Daniel Ghazi, you are trying to catch that bottom, and you could be catching that bottom right now. Are we in like uncharted territories? I think we're in uncharted territories, Daniel. So it's like I can't even really tell you where we're gonna go. We're in totally uncharted territories, to be honest with you. The momentum wave wants to curve over. It's so deep down, but it hasn't clipped yet. And how it looks kind of like that thin, it could keep stretching out. There was a little bit, it's showing some weakness. Like we should get a smooth curvature, and we haven't got that curvature. This is like extended blue, light blue line, and that's on the 2-week. And the monthly is not great either, but I would argue the Bitcoin monthly is not great either. I would be worried about trading this. I'd find something that's a little easier to identify bottom to. You want my opinion? That's it, bro. 1 hour, 4 hour aren't super pretty. 12 hour isn't pretty. Just so you know. And on that note, guys, T Square is out. Did I answer this question, Trent? This poll, or should I just kind of keep this in my?
No, answer it. Answer it real quick.
I don't know if I should. Should I, guys? Should I answer this? Guys, we need another poll. If I should answer this poll. I can tell you right now. How about this, Trent? I'll do a process of elimination, and I'll give you an answer.
Okay.
The current answer in this poll is 100% hurtful to my feelings. I am not that sure. So there's your answer. I gave you an answer. We're gonna have to do another poll and figure this out, because I can tell you right now, I am not 5'5". That is outrageously hurts my self-esteem if I had any left. Denied. 100% denial, guys. I can stand up right now and you can't even see this. That's right, man. Get out of here. I ain't 5'5". Wriggle up. My wife, that's so funny.
Can you dunk?
Okay, so here's a funny story. I met my wife on Tinder, right? And I met her on Tinder. I matched up with her on Bumble. I met her on Tinder, and I was like, "Look, lady, clearly we matched up 3 times. So you gonna waste my time, or you want to go on a date?" And I go on the date, and she goes, first thing she says is, "You have a nice smile," and she goes, "Wow, you're not 5'5". And I'm like, "No." She goes, "I thought you were 5'5". I was like, "Why the hell would you think that? I said my height." She goes, I didn't read it. I didn't read the info. I just looked at your photos, and I thought you were 5'5". So in you guys' judgment, that's not the first time people thought I was 5'5". She was not going to go out with me because she thought I was 5'5". She told me that later, and I was like, "Look, you got to learn how to read a little better, because it was there." But I am not 5'5", so we're going to have to do this roulette again and see where we can. Can you dunk? I don't know. I could jump, man. I've been told.
What do you mean you don't know? 100% chance, 100% odds you cannot dunk, unless there was a life-saving adrenaline somehow involved with it. I don't know.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Trent, I had a hoop in my yard, so I guess I'll leave that up to you guys. I could jump though, for sure.
Dude, dunking is crazy.
Dude, I got jumps, bro. You want to see some jumps? Dude? I got some crazy jumps.
Dunking is not as easy as they make it look like. You can dunk a donut in a coffee. Me too.
We'll do this poll again. You guys just have to remember the answer is not correct. I'll tell you the answer when you guys get it right.
All right, go to bed so I can cover
I'm out,
Zora.
man. You guys are killing me right now.
Go to bed.
All right, I'm leaving.
All right.
Later.
Oh. Guys, I am going to take that off. And what in the world is this? Why did he do that? Into space? What is that about? Okay. So, I still see you behind stage right now, like you're getting ready. All right. Share this tab instead. And okay, so we're over here on Lex Algo. I'm gonna look at some Zora. And Zora on the daily. And I get why you want to see Zora. They're making that announcement. You know, the BYDFi VIP signals in the Discord. Is the ticker ZRO? Let me see here. Oh, they are different. Okay. Oh, yeah, the ticker for Zora is just Zora, right? Got you. Okay, so whatever ZRO is, the BidFi signals are putting out put out a swing on ZRO, and they also put out a market analysis on ZRO. So these are coming from two different traders here. So I do want to look at that after Zora. So right now, Zora, I know they have the news coming out, but it's not timed along yet. You do have bullish divergence. You see the swing down on price, the swing up on the hyperwave. Okay. So you do have that. So that's your first sign of a reversal here for Zora. However, trend catcher is red. Money flow on the daily is curving up, which is a great sign, but it's still very red. I would say if you want to go in a little bit right now, I don't hate it. You're trying to front run the bottom because you do have bullish divergence and the money flow is curving up. Here's all of the bad signs, though. Here's all of the signs that would say, wait. You know, if you want to go in a little bit to scratch your itch, I get it. But with the rest of your position, I would say wait. Because the confluence bar right here is bright red, showing you that everything about this oscillator is still bearish. Coupled with the fact that you are still underneath a daily sell signal and the trend catcher is red. So there's really nothing to long here except maybe going in a little bit to front run the bottom because you do have bullish divergence and money flow attempting a curve up. So on the 4 hour, you know, 4 hour, you attempted to put in a buy signal down here, but the trend catcher never turned green, confirming that buy signal. So, yeah, I mean, got to see some more from it. 1 hour, you know, trend catcher is green. You had a strong buy signal on the 1 hour for a little bit, but you ended up with a bear div followed by a sell signal. The trend catcher is still green, so it has not confirmed that sell signal. but the first take profit level from the sell signal is 0.047, 476. So that's, not too far away. But the TP2 is down here at 0.04499. So, and money flow is moving down, and the confluence bar is bright red down here. So, everything on this says wait for me. So there you go. Monad. USDT. It's a good thing their ticker isn't just NAD. Monad on the daily. Okay, yeah, it's brand new. There's just not enough data on the daily. I go down to the 12-hour. The hyperwave started to come up, money flow tried to come up, and it's curving over again. Hyperwave is also curving down, and the confluence bar down here is bright red, signaling that everything about this oscillator is bearish at the moment. You're underneath a strong sell signal with a red trend catcher, and man, this was a hell of a short setup if you would have seen it. But the first take profit level is all the way down here at 0.1427 or 0.01427. So that can fall by almost half. That's I have no reason to even consider longing this. So there you go. Now I do want to look at ZRO because the BYDFi signals put that one out. ZRO. And on the 12-hour, you do have a buy signal. And we're still not that far above the buy signal. You have a buy signal, and you have the break of a trend line, and you have a green trend catcher, and the confluence bar up here is bright green. You do have bear div though. You have green money flow. That looks that can look juicy to me, and the VIP signals put it out for a reason. So let me get rid of all those drawings. So guys, here's my analysis of like the one of the VIP signals from the chat. It does. Lex Algo is showing you that it does look good. On the 4-hour. Again, we are above a strong buy signal on the 4-hour. Take profit up here is at 160. And money flow is red on the 4-hour. However, it is coming up. That thing could flip green. Strong buy signal, green trend catcher. Let's look at the daily. Man, you have a buy signal on the daily too. And money flow just peaked green. And this confluence bar is green up here. Only thing we need is for this red trend catcher to turn green. The cool thing about this on the daily though is that you're in between these two trend lines. So if I draw over top of them, they're right here and right here. So, you know, if you do come down a little bit, you know, if you scale into a position right now, which is probably what I'm going to do after this. So after I log off, to be honest, you have, you can set your stop loss underneath the break of this trend line. You can set your stop loss underneath the break of the uptrending line of support. And if you get a break above the descending line of resistance up here, you could scale into the trade a bit, a little bit more. So, man, not Zora, ZRO, whatever that is, I don't know. But the fact that, you know, this was yesterday at 8:22, you know, last night this was coming in on the VIP signals, and it came in from 2 different channels. Entry zone between $1.43 and $1.36, and like we're right in the middle of that right now. I mean, this looks good to me. You know, this analysis is drawing a larger trend on the daily, a larger falling wedge here, where we do have a break of that. I don't know, guys. This looks. I'm gonna go in a little bit on this. My buy signal is always consistent and in time. Don't even have to check the chart often at all. My indicator is cash in my pocket. When it hits, I buy. Hey, there you go. That's the best way to do it, to be honest. I mean, DCA is king for a reason. So, you know, last but certainly not least, come over here and look at the ADA chart. Share this tab instead. You know, I do see this potential for an inverse head and shoulders here. I'll just draw over it, you know. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, you know, could happen. You know, we are still above a buy signal on the daily with a green trend catcher and a first take profit level up here at 55 cents on the daily, almost 56 cents. Second TP is at 69 cents. You know, the hyperwave is pushing up, you know, after some bullish divergence. And guys, you know, the money flow is starting to curve up. But, you know, man, if we could get green money flow, like this thing would be off to the races. We just, what would be really good is if the price sort of just kind of, you know, bings and bongs, you know, sideways a little bit while money flow turns green, and then really just like pushes from that level. That would be nice. So, you know, ADA, I do think we have a big move coming. So there you go, guys. Real Meta says even scammer coins can pump. So there you go. That's what I'm going to be doing, is taking a long on ZRO. So let me do you the due diligence of finding out what this is real quick. Share this tab instead. ZRO. Oh, layer 0. Okay. This is kind of a newer, trendy one, right? Market cap, $340 million market cap. Hey, that's good. I like that. About. Layer 0 is a universal translator for different blockchains, helping them communicate securely and reliably. Think of it as building bridges between islands, but instead of physical bridges, Layer 0 creates secure digital pathways that let applications work across multiple blockchains seamlessly. The project ensures messages between chains can't be lost or tampered with, making it safer and more reliable than traditional cross-chain solutions. Since its launch in 2022, okay, so it's been around. Layer 0 has become one of the leading cross-chain communication protocols, processing millions of messages across various blockchain networks. I like it. The VIP signals like it, and Luxalgo likes it. So that means I'm going to long it. So I'll post in the Discord when I do. So cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, D-Not-U. Thank you, Real Meta Crypto. Thank you, DZ. Thank you, I Hate CCP. Thank you, Daily. Thank you, Zerka. Thank you, Daniel Ghazi. Thank you even to Daniel Kaufman. Thank you, Flight Fan. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, Amelia. And thank you if I missed anyone. Thank you to everyone that viewed and lurked. So there you go, guys. Cheers. Be blessed.